Hello there, everyone. This is Soul17 here, and let me first, like usual, this, this non-paid video, and I don't own this picture. Okay, if you guys do not know who this is Raiden from, well, I think, I hear multiple people pronounce it weird, like different. I think, I just call it Raiden. But, basically, this is Raiden from Metal Gear Revengeance. Metal Gear Rise Revengeance, basically. Or Rising. I played the game multiple times. I just focus on the story and the gameplay. But the title, basically, I just say is Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. And well, I said I wanted to make this a a Deku or Naruto what if, and someone said do Naruto and make the ship feel, the Seven Tails. So yeah, it's gonna be Naruto, but it's gonna take place in the future. So there's like a lot. I mean, it's still the ninja world. It just has a little bit more advanced science. So basically, they build robots. They're already, it's like, Metal Gear. The Metal Gear Solid universe combined with Naruto's, but it's way more. They don't focus all of it on war, like guns. Basically they do focus on shurikens, paper bombs, and all that. They still follow the way of the ninja. That's their society. So like the Hokage is like the mayor of like a city or something. So like basically there's a city and it's Konoha, the Hidden Leaf, but as a city though, and all around them there still is forests, but the forests are, how can I say, a little bit more bigger. Sorry about my voice just changed. Something came up, but basically it's future. Instead of like having like a whole bunch of like different like trees all around, there's like a lot more houses in places, and there is the wall, but it's just a lot more bigger, like less trees, but the trees, they let them grow like really big and high, so that way it hides the city. It still is like the Hidden Leaf. There's the Hidden Sand Village, the Hidden Cloud Village, the Hidden Mist Village, and Lightning Village, or whatever. Basically all the villages are still around. And well, Naruto, that basically the attack on the Hidden Leaf Village does happen still, but Naruto had like older brothers, and Kushina, Minato do survive. And and this one, no one's gonna care about Naruto besides Danzo, I believe. Yeah, wait, I just want to double check. Yeah, but basically, it's they like I said, it's modernized. They have cars, vehicles to travel everywhere. You know, but they can use their chakra instead to power up the cars. People still use chakra for everything. Some, but they do have like gasoline there, for like rebuilding stuff. So, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of also a test to see, because somebody a while back asked me, "Can I ever make a Blade What If Naruto?" And I have to modernize it too. So I wanted to see how everyone would feel about that if I, modernized the Ninja World. But they do have Metal Gears. They do have some like drones and everything else, but they don't use them. They don't rely on them unless it's like a absolute necessary, like war and stuff. But everything else they do rely on just regular ninja weapons, swords, and all that. They see regular like weapons like guns and all that as like a hindrance to the ninja way, but they'll use it if it comes to war. So yeah. But anyways, let's get into this what if. And let's hope I actually do a pretty good job at this. Cross your fingers, everyone. Alright. So, oh yeah, by the way, it's 4 something, and in the afternoon, almost coming like nighttime. But hey, I said I was gonna make it this What If in the afternoon. I had some stuff happening, so yeah, sorry. But anyways, let's get on. All right, so this is what if Naruto was neglected and gained the abilities of Raiden. Gained the abilities powers of Raiden. Part 1. Alright. So, we're starting off where Naruto was basically just being born. And, well, the masked ninja, captures him. Kushina, was basically telling Minato to get Naruto and, leave. But, he does that. Well, without 100% willing to do it. He actually argues with her, but then Kushina does argue back. And so, what happens is, everything goes similar to canon. But Minato doesn't really understand, all their children has whiskers, I'm gonna, explain who they are soon, the other two children that they have. But basically, Naruto is the youngest, so, anyways. So basically, Minato, Kushina, their scenes happen. The Ninetales gets out of release, is being controlled by this masked ninja, and Minato does ask, "Who are you?" He says, "I am Madara Uchiha, and I am going to basically destroy the Hidden Leaf Village." The same monologue that he gives, and everything goes similar. Naruto does get the Ninetales. At least 95% of it, and the other 5% gets into Kushina. And, she's happy that her son's alive. And so, I'm making Minato being the bad guy here. He puts, he has, Minato has, hold on, I just need to double check something. Yeah, he has Menma and Mento watch Kushina while he's at, work, whenever, he gets back, they'll talk and see, because he's working on something, Minato, which no one knows in the whole entire village. They're rebuilding everything. They're having their chakra, help make the machines work with it, basically power it more, so that way they can do more. Basically with the machinery and such, everything revolves around chakra, and modern technology and such. And so basically, what happens is, they rebuild it in a matter of months, 2 months it took. But anyways, we're not talking about how they rebuild the damage on the Ninetales. We're gonna get to the nice and good stuff. So right around when Naruto's turning 4 years old, Kushina gives Naruto a gift for the very last time, though. And well, it was a jacket that he was too big for, but she gave it, and she says, no matter what, always remember that you are loved by, you'll be loved by people. People, Naruto's realized that people are giving him glares and look at him very differently, while they look at Menma and Meto different than him. They praise them because they're prodigies. And so, though, on Naruto's 4th birthday, that night, Kushina's wondering where, Kushina wakes up in the middle of the night, and she doesn't know what happens, to him, where she goes into the, living room, and then, she sees Minato. He says, "Kushina, I have something for you." She goes, "What?" As he does hand signs for Genjutsu. And in this Genjutsu, she has basically have him, Minato is changing Kushina's mindset. And this Genjutsu will always be active. It would not break. Only until I have, I'll make Naruto break it. So basically, Minato hasn't been neglecting Naruto all his life. Basically, ever since he was, born, he was neglected while Kushina wasn't. But he understood that the kid needed, to grow up. But as soon as he hit 4, he decided to do this. Menma and Meto were already known, to the plan. And they were happy about this. That means their mom would, give them time, them time and neglect what they consider useless, a monster basically, and a weapon. So that's what Minato wants, and all the villagers knows this. So as soon as they realize, Kushina is like neglecting Naruto, it's a Naruto, but Naruto, like Naruto, whatever I said, yeah, it's a Naruto. But anyways, as soon as they realize that Kushina has been neglecting him, the villagers just start, doing what they did in canon. He has this problem for basically since he was 4, all the way up to when he was 10. But not 10, when he was like 13. Iruko hasn't even acknowledged him. Naruto tries his hardest to, show everyone that he's useful, but no one sees it. He even fails the, exam to become a ninja. Which Minato, just smiles at. But, the Nine Tails inside of him has been hating Minato for what he did. He has connection to his other self, the 5% that's in Kushina, and he knows what he did to her, and he hates him for it. Like Kushina and him were like friends, kind of friends. They had a good relationship, so yeah. But anyways, though Mitsuki doesn't go and tell Naruto about the jutsus, but though he's standing there, and he's sitting on the swing by himself, looking at his father and his mother, praising his two other siblings. For passing, and basically, they did get held back, but because they wanted to show up Naruto, that's why they were both a year older than him. So yeah, and every girl idolized them. Sasuke was friends with them. Sasuke didn't give a care about Naruto. The basically the whole entire massacre did happen, but it was another Uchiha. And Danzo. Okay, I need to just give you a quick things. They are cybernetics in this one, but I'm also having Naruto to get the eyes of the the whole entire the basically the Sharingan, because I want to basically have the cybernetic enhancements to work on his eyes too, and they're just real, so they won't if you know what happened to Raiden and how he can see everything in slow motion. But I'm replacing that part with still the cybernetics, but also the whole entire Sharingan happening too. But the Sharingan, it's still gonna be the same. They're gonna be have nano machines into the eye. They're gonna inject it into the eye, and have it where it's seeing everything real, having everything go in slow motion for blade mode. But anyways, yeah. So someone approaches Naruto, which everyone's already gone. They already left, and so it's Danzo. Danzo has been watching Naruto. He has been in secret, guiding, helping, and raising Naruto with the root ninjas without his father ever knowing. And Danzo finally approaches him. He goes Naruto, how have you been, my boy? I know I'm making him be the third Hokage, which Hiruzen even neglects him too, but hey, it hasn't go this way. But the whole time root ninjas will not neglect him. Sai will know him, even Yamato. They won't neglect him. Kakashi doesn't care about Naruto. He cares about only 2. Jiraiya doesn't even know about Naruto being neglected. I'm never gonna make Jiraiya be mean to Naruto. No, I have respect for Jiraiya, for his skills, and because his kindness towards Naruto, and he was like a father figure to him. So, no, I'm not gonna do that to him. I'm not gonna mess up Jiraiya's character. He's still the same way, Jiraiya, and he's gonna have a few words a minute, so I'm gonna make sure of that. Anyways, sorry, I'm getting too much thinking about the story. Yeah, I did not sleep well anymore. I've been staying up late, and God, I think sorry, but anyways, so yeah, so Naruto says, who are you? I was I am Danzo. The, how you say this, the Hokage behind the Hokage. He goes, huh? He's, I watched this village from the shadows. Well, this city, actually. We still have the whole entire ninja system from way back when, before we even had technology. But since we had so many enhancements happening in cybernetics, even, hell, the ability to use chakra into our own machinery to help us do more heavier loads and such, it's pretty amazing, don't you think? As Naruto says, yeah, he's just, just like tired and looking and basically upset. Danzo's thinking to himself, fourth Hokage, the greatest Hokage basically of this village, my butt. He's just nothing more than another jerk. No, he's just another person in this world of hatred and misery. This boy is too kind for this world. Along with the QB in him. He has all that power and his family doesn't even treat him like that. But Kushina has changed ever since his 4th birthday. So, I must try to find a way to see if he did something. If so, then this could be punishable by death. If not, then this is Kushina's choice. Then I will have to take in Naruto and raise him as my own child. Heck, even raise him as a root ninja. But I have plans for him. Plans for him to succeed where others could never achieve. And Naruto, I know I'm making it sound like he's using Naruto, but trust me, and then he says, this is for his own good to survive in this world. He has no training. Everyone pushes him down. This would be a big boost of confidence if I do so. And so, Naruto, looking down the ground still, he hears Danzo said, I can help you, Naruto. I can help you become stronger. Even better than everyone in this village. Probably even faster than your own father. And, that's when Naruto's eyes, as Hotai raised up his head, looking, and there's like hope in his eyes. He looked like he was dead when, Danzo started talking to him. And he goes, basically, Naruto says, how? And Naruto basically just looks at those eyes and tells him the truth. You ever heard of cybernetics? He read about it a little bit. He was like, then I'll be transforming you into a cyborg, a cybernetic ninja. He goes, what? He goes, I will have to explain it all to you if you choose to come with me. Leave this world. Leave this place for now. And come with me back to the Root Ninja's compound. I want to save you, Naruto. Please. Trust me. As Naruto hesitates to take Danzo's hand, for a few minutes, he does. After that, he does. He goes, I trust you, Danzo. Please, help me. And Naruto will still be able to grow up. I'm having it. So, yeah. So, Danzo, though, takes him to the Root Ninja compound. And it's changed. It's a building. And he goes into the elevator to the lowest floor that they have. And basically, he sees these cybernetic enhancements, which shocks Naruto. He goes, well, we've been testing these for years. Scientists of the Hidden Leaf have been doing this for years now. And everything's perfectly fine. We have multiple of our ninjas already using them. But for you, it's gonna be hard, Naruto. You had to have almost a whole entire new cybernetic enhancements. But we have to make sure you're able to handle it. So we're gonna have to run some tests on you. If that's alright. As Naruto, nods and comply. As they run tests, and they find out Naruto can't handle all the enhancements that they're gonna give him, including the nanomachines that are gonna be running through his, bloodstream. Basically. And so, Danzo says, this will be a long and strenuous process, Naruto. This may take hours, or even days. Are you willing to handle all that and the pain afterwards? Which Naruto nods. He says, I don't I don't want to be weak no more. I don't want to be looked at like a monster. If I have to, I'll give up everything just so I can prove everyone wrong. I want to become Hokage, not to impress my family or this village. I want to become Hokage and prove a point that even a monster can become a hero. Or at least become someone that could defend people. As Danzo nods, and he says, Alright then. Let us begin the process, Naruto. As well, I'm having it happen I'm having like all the missions happen a year later. So well, I mean like the Tazuna mission and everything. So yeah. So basically a year passed. No one has ever seen Naruto. But he went through the process and it only took about a week. They basically had to use cybernetics enhancements into a suit, plus the nanomachines, and have everything work with him. The blood did change color to what Raiden had to do, silver, I think it was, a silver liquid. So, that happened. He has basically his blood has changed, and the Nine Tails has been keeping him alive. He does not want Naruto to die. And unknowns to Minato, Kushina has been slowly breaking out of the seal because the other Nine Tails that's in her has been telling her what's Naruto been going through, and she's basically breaking out of the seal. I mean, of the genjutsu herself. The genjutsu was that she thinks Naruto did something the QB has fully taken over him. Naruto's not there, and if she complies or even talks to Naruto, she'll only hear the QB's voice, and that it killed Naruto and finally took over, and he's gonna destroy the village. So that's why that's another reason why the whole entire genjutsu works, because she kind of was mentally broken because of Minato, unknowns to him. So yeah. So even Menma and Meto don't even know what happened to Naruto, and they don't even care. Sasuke still doesn't care. Sakura doesn't. But this is when basically a year later. Basically a ninja from basically another village is moving in, basically into the Hidden Leaf village. It's Fu, the Seven Tails. She still is a Seven Tails. She's coming to the Hidden Leaf village, but more like city now, and she found a place to live. I mean, her village didn't stop her or anyone. They would let her leave, and they treat her really nice. So people know she's gonna be the tail beast, but they're gonna treat her better because she never attacked the village. So yeah, so basically, when she gets there, people greet her and such, but Fu can tell that they're just doing it because, for some reason something's off, and she's thinking, why are they treat me like this? I'm Jinchuriki. Usually people don't treat a Jinchuriki nice, and Menma and Meadow, and Sasuke, Sakura, Hinata, Kiba, all of the rookies, the Ninja Rookies 9, I believe, for the Naruto series. I freaking can't remember it. There's too many details from Naruto. I try to remember all at once, but yeah. Anyways, they're coming out when she's walking. Her parents are alive and all. They're moved in, and they're already taught to Minato and such. He welcomed them with open arms. But yeah, Naruto has gained all training from Danzo too. So yeah, he doesn't even know what happened to Naruto. He doesn't even care. Anyways, that's what I was saying. Meadow and Menma introduce themselves, and they say that we'll show you around the city with their friends. And so during this time, they show them around everywhere. They basically show her everything about the city, the good hangout spots, the good food to get. Choji even tells them about the barbecue. Well, tell her about the barbecue place and like some secret menu that they have to like get by doing the challenge, and it's really good and such. Which Fu's very surprised. And then she hears about a kid talking, actually a 16-year-old saying, "Man, it's been a year since that Naruto kid disappeared, huh? Yeah, it was right after he failed to become a ninja. I'm just glad that demon's gone." They were just talking like friends, and then Fu goes, "Huh? Who's Naruto?" At which Menma and Meto just kind of have a look of disgust, and he goes like, "Oh, there's our stupid brother." Which she just says, "Aren't you worried about him?" They didn't say no. We're not actually. We're glad that he's gone. Which Sakura, laughs too. Hinata doesn't really care about him, so she laughs. But Sasuke, on the other hand, as soon as Naruto left, he's been missing him for some weird reason. He doesn't know why. It just feels weird. Like Naruto was like someone that he could respect because he tried so hard to go against this world that he was brought in, and so Sasuke doesn't say nothing, which Meto says, "Come on, Sasuke. You usually always said Naruto was a loser." He was like, "Yeah, he may have been a loser, but at least he always tried his hardest." But Sakura says, "Come on, Sasuke. It really doesn't matter. He's gone now, so who cares?" And which Fu just looks at them all in disgust and just says, "You're just freaking jerks, every one of you." Shikamaru, on the other hand, just says, "Honestly, I've been only hanging out with these guys so I can actually find Naruto." Which everyone looks at him, but Choji says, "Yeah, me too." Even though he wasn't, even though he wasn't all that popular, the kid had a good heart, like legit. He bought me a snack, even when I didn't have enough money. Heck, he did this multiple times. He always made sure everyone got what they needed sometimes too. And Shikamaru says, "Yeah." Anytime I was outside and I fell asleep, and I was like at night, he brought me a blanket at one point. I don't know why though. He never cared about anything else besides trying to impress his family, which they all neglected him. Fu just asked why. He was like, "We don't know, but I don't really know anymore." I asked my parents about it, but they can't say nothing. And Meadow and Menma just look at them and angers them. Why do you even care about that freak? He's going now, and it shouldn't even. As then next, they hear an explosion happening, and so you go like, "What the?" As well, while this is happening, Fu's parents, along with Minato, are like in a bit like walking and talking, as basically they hear an explosion that's in the building that's right in front of them. And so, what happens is it's an attack on the Hidden Leaf Village by another village. Let's just say the Hidden Cloud Village, just try to get some payback. And so, and basically what happens is like Minato, rushing them over to a safe place and such, as he's just telling them to stay here. He's gonna, go see what's happening. As basically, he uses the fire raidens to get to places very quickly, and yeah, and then he finds basically a army, no, not army, basically a one Metal Gear, which the Hidden Leaf Village does not have Metal Gears. They rely on the Tail Beast more, but only like the Hidden Cloud Village has the only one Metal Gear, and that's it. Like, this is like the last. I mean, they have like one and only one. There's like not many more, and this is the same Metal Gear Ray from the game, so it has like that laser instead of like a high active like water cannon. So yeah, and then he hears the rikage just yelling out, "Minato Namikaze, we are here to to basically take over your village and basically have you executed for all the men you have killed in the Great War." As basically Minato just says, "Huh, It's not my problem that you all couldn't win. It was just easy for me. Besides, I'm the strongest ninja that we have. Do you really think you can beat me? As then, the Raikage says, like, can any one of your can you actually beat a Metal Gear Ray? Which Minato can't. So he basically calls up, tells everyone to, gets like an evacuation happening, which Menma and Mito and everyone else is like running to like the nearest shelters that they have. And it's underground, so yeah. And so, what happens is, an army already arises because, well, they always are prepared. And so, what happens next is, the Raikage just tells the Metal Gear Ray and the forces that are hidden in the trees to get ready for attack. Which, basically, the whole entire Hand Leaf army basically just use devastation jutsus basically and fires them at the tree range and the whole entire army of the the Rikages. Killberry's there too, but he's only there for insurance. They're not doing this just to, well, get the Hand Leaf destroyed. This is a distraction that Minato does not realize. They are really after Kushina. And only Kushina. They don't know what happened to Naruto Uzumaki. They heard about Naruto was mistreated. And Killer Bee and the Eight Tails kind of said something, so they kind of was like, hey, hey bro, we gotta go save him. The Eight Tails been telling me about the Nine Tails. I don't know how they have a connection, but hey, we gotta go save the Jinchuriki. It's a kid. And that's when, he asks them more about it, and they tell him how his life was. And so, I'm kind of making Naruto, I'm making, Kurama have be able to talk to the other tail beasts, if he can. Which the Eight Tails was, even though they're, very far away, he could talk to him because, well, they made a connection before they departed. So yeah. So anyways, as what's happening is, in the streets, some cloud ninjas are running through, and they rely on the old ninja way, and firearms. But which they go into Kushina's house, and Kushina just was getting stuff packed up, and she goes, "What the? Why are you here?" And they say, "Kushina Uzumaki, we are here to take you back into the hidden cloud, the hidden lightning or cloud village. I think it was lightning village, the hidden lightning village. Where's your son Naruto Uzumaki?" She doesn't acknowledge his name. She goes, "I don't know." That's what she answers. She goes, "I don't know. He's gone. I mean, he's just worthless anyway. So who can't?" As she's holding her head, which basically one of the team members runs over, and he basically can sense she's under a genjutsu. So he says release on her, and the genjutsu basically breaks a little bit, which Kushina says, "Oh my god, what have I done? Naruto." They said, "Where is he?" He goes, "He's gone. He's been gone for a year." As just then, they hear the Metal Gear Ray sound. It goes "We don't have enough time for this. Come on!" As they're taking Kushina, but out of nowhere, basically, they hear someone running, and they hear a lightning happening. As just then, basically, out of nowhere, someone just sees a fist go right into one of the team leader's face, sending him flying, and then they see a kick coming at another guy. This person's going lightning, basically hitting them all without killing them. And then he just basically, there's only one guy still standing, and this basically he sees a 14-year-old kid just looking at the guy, just saying, "Let go of my mother." And he just lets go. He's like, your Naruto's hair has changed. It's not yellow no more. It's white. He has like the whole entire like Raiden look. After like he gets rebuilt and stuff, he has like that look, and then Donzo appears and along with many root ninjas, and he says, "Now then, why were you here?" He goes, "We were just here to rescue Kushina Uzumaki and Naruto Uzum no, Naruto Uzumaki from the Hidden Leaf Village." He goes, "Probably the Nine Tails contacted the Eight Tails," which Naruto has talked to Kurama, and Kurama and him have gotten close a little bit. He was like, which, you know, Donzo says that would make sense. All right, so why do you have a Metal Gear Ray with you? He goes like, that's the only one we have, and well, we're just using this. Was the main operation, and the frontal attack is the distraction. Which Donzo kind of laughs at this. It's very cunning for the Rikage, he says. And Naruto just looks at them and goes like, "Get my mother out of here. Understand?" And the team's getting back up, and they say yes. And he looks at Donzo, says, "Donzo, what about you? What do you think?" He goes, "Actually, I do hate this village for what they did to you, Naruto." And he looks at all the root ninjas that like it's the whole entire root ninja. They have like multiple bags with them and such. And he go to the Raikage. Tell them the Hidden Leaf root ninjas and me are coming with. Also, we have like some of the Sharingans. Like I'm making like I said like the whole time massacre happened, like Itachi, Sasuke is so normal, but I kind of wanted him to have like his family still around, so Itachi's there, and it was Shinsui was the one who did all the attacking. So basically, Danzo did tell them about it, and it wasn't like Sasuke's father who wanted to attack. He actually was against it, so he asked Danzo asked if he can take out the eyes of some only about like 20 of the Uchihas bodies have the eyes, and Sasuke's father, agreed to this. He gave permission to Danzo, which he does thank him. So yeah, but anyways, so basically he looks at Naruto, and well, what happens is, basically there's like still ninjas there, and he says, "Oh yes, we also have another group of ninjas getting a her Jinchuriki here. Her name is Fu, of the Seven Tails. She just moves here. We don't want her to get treated like, what happened, so we're going and saving her too." And their team's going. Basically, Naruto kind of has the visor come on, and it shows. He basically says Fu, Seven Tails. He has to read on the chakra of the Seven Tails, and there's like a map way showing. And he goes, "I'll get her. Are you guys already getting the parents?" And it's basically, they have a radio, and it says, "We got Fu's parents and all this stuff already packed. Let's go." That's basically what's happening. That team got the parents. Minato doesn't even know. Nobody knows. They explained why, and they heard about they even told them the story about Naruto Uzumaki and what the fourth Hokage has done, and so they kind of got disgusted, and they don't want to hurt their child. Which a group of ninjas of the Hidden Lightning Village does come, and look at Fu and sees like Sasuke and Sakura, Shikamaru, Choji, and basically, what I mean, like Menma and Meto, and they see Fu. They say, "Fu of the Seven Tails, come with us." And she goes, "Why?" He goes, "This village is not right for you. This village is a curse, a plague on this world." As Menma and Meto get mad and they yell, "No, it's not. It's a paradise for people like us. Even Fu can be, live here in peace." He goes like, "And what about Naruto Uzumaki? What about him?" As they say, he was just a brat. As then, they do hear the sound of like lightning coming out of nowhere. Also, I did forget to mention, it was raining when he was, basically when Naruto was born. I forgot to mention that. I just realized that. Sorry, and there was like lightning happening too. So, yeah. But anyways, as they hear the sound of basically electricity and lightning coming out of nowhere, as they do see someone running on a wall and jumping off of a building side, then coming down, does a front flip and lands right in front of the guys, and right in front of like Fu and Menma, Meto, Satsuke, Shikamaru, and Choji, which happens like this. Like Choji and basically Shikamaru already knows who it is. Menma and Meto doesn't. Sasuke has a rough idea as they see Naruto's eye. It's still blue and everything, and then Sasuke stares into that eye of his. He can see the soul, like Naruto there, just the image of Naruto without all the cybernetics and everything, in which, well, in which basically what happens, that it's very strange. He basically walks forward. He goes, Naruto? And he goes, Sasuke Uchiha. It's been a while, huh? As they ask, basically the team of lightning ninjas, or cloud lightning. I can never get that right. I'm always confused. But just ask, Naruto is a monkey. Why are you here? He goes, it's easy. I'm only here to tell your team to go. And keep my brothers in a secure location. As he smiles when he says that, with he had the visor off because he was close by. They see when he looked at them, they see his eye, as he just closes both. Well, he did have a problem with his one eye, so he didn't want to get that fixed. He'd rather just have it keep it one because I don't know why. I want to keep it like that. I'm gonna have him just keep one eye covered because it's more of a challenge, and he doesn't want to do it until he feels like he's ready. So, yeah. Besides, his eye's being fixed anyways. Kurama is gonna take the time. He had an accident on one mission. Anyways, his brother's just looking at him. He was like, "You, where have you been? And what happened to you?" It was like, just cyber enhancements. Became a cyborg ninja, and I'm a lot stronger and faster than you guys. So, come at me. As he doesn't even take out any he doesn't take out what they see on his back. It looks like a sword, and they just run forward as they try to they basically, one of them, Meto runs forward as quickly as he can, throws a punch. Naruto dodges it, and he cases fist, he cases his body back into lightning, and hits basically Meto in the stomach, while Menma runs over with her Sengon, as then Naruto just suddenly hits it with he just basically blocks it with lightning, in his hand. It's very somehow the lightning's turned red right in his hand. He goes, brother, you're always just stupid. And then all of a sudden it just dispersed right in Menma's eyes, and then he kicks him to the side, and then he basically does throw Menma to this. I mean, not Menma, Meto to the side too, as he walks over to Fu, and he just says, "Trust me when I say this. I'm a Jinchuriki just like you. I'm Nine Tails inside of me. This village will treat you like a monster if they find out. If they don't, they'll just treat you like a normal civilian, basically, and then probably just, hate you secretly. They basically abused, this whole entire village abused me for years. I only had 2 friends, and that was it." He looks at Choji and Shikamaru, and which they just say, "So what are you gonna do, Naruto? Leave?" He goes, "Yeah, actually. I was planning to leave this village anyways with Lord Danzo." Which the cloud or light ninjas are shocked by this, as Fu just says, "I don't even like this village anyways now. The people here are rotten." As she just walks in, Meadow and Menma just says, "What? Why?" He goes, and basically Naruto just says, "Because you guys are. Look at you. Think you guys are just the most powerful people in the whole entire village, treated like prodigies when, well, I trained my body after my..." As he looks at his whole entire body, basically says, my change. I basically still am growing, and I'm working my butt off. I'm still improving on myself through my physical strength, not by the cybernetics enhancement. I may be a cyborg, but I'm still a ninja. Through and through. Nothing's gonna change that. You. He basically looks at both of them and says that. Dad, nor does a village. Lord Donzo entrusted me. No. He gave me a shot. He brought me back to my life. And I will never, ever disrespect him on that. It's basically then, like, Donzo says, we're with the rikage, and I wanted to have, like, he gets a call, basically. You know, earpiece, as he basically says to Naruto, Naruto, I'm with the rikage, and I want him to see your strength. So please, fight the Metal Gear Ray, destroy it, and show him what you are now. As Naruto says, alright, sir, it'll be done. As the visor comes on, as Fu, basically walking to, and basically, while that was happening, she walked over to the lightning or cloud ninjas, and, they body flicker away, which Shikamaru, Choji, Sasuke, well, just look at Naruto, he just says, if you guys want to come, I suggest you get your parents, and follow, and basically come with. As Naruto just starts running off, and lightning started to cover, basically he's ninja running, and then there's, electricity or lightning starting to come off of him, and boom, like he's just gone in a flash. And basically what happens is, he's right then and there, like on a building top, just sees the Metal Gear Ray stashed, like running forwards through the wall, breaking it, and, well, everyone, like, the multiple villages are being destroyed, as he says. I don't like this village, but at the same time, I can't deny this does see, I do feel pity for them for this destruction. As, Kurama does say to him, he was like, kid, don't ever bother caring about them. Remember what they did to you? I was like, yeah, I know. The only good thing was my mom, which Donzo and Naruto have found out what Minato did. And so, like, before Donzo left, Naruto has a flashback of, like, they go into the council as they have, like, papers of what Minato has done to Kushina in full detailed, and, like, they found out, like, he basically hid papers on his plan and such, and on jutsu he created for Kushina only, and the council did not like it, and they say, and basically, they know they're leaving. Basically Haruzen looks at Naruto with the cybernetics and everything on, as he goes, so you did this to Naruto. He was like, I asked him if he would go through this. It was his choice. I said he doesn't have to. If he wants to do the procedure to become stronger, become what no one else thinks he could become, an actual strong person, then then yeah, I did it. I even gave him some improvements. His eyesight can basically see everything in slow motion, then he can react to it. Basically with the blade on his back, and they say, what is it made of? He goes, the strongest material in the world, and basically it vibrates at a high frequency sound. Basically, it's a high frequency blade that can cut through almost anything, or anything. It's still in a testing phase on that, but still, it's good enough. Goodbye. The Council of the Hidden Leaf. This rotten place can finally die off if it does. As, they body flicker away. So yeah. And then, back to the present. So, Naruto just jumps off the building. He just jumps off the building, basically, and he jumps so, like, he'll be around the side of the building of another one. Like, he's just falling down, as then he just puts his hand and just, like, starting to, like, find a grip, as then it does. He stops and then falls. He's just falling down. Hand still into the building, clawing. So, yeah. And the Metal Gear Ray, it's still, like, destroying places. Minato and the forces are trying to stop it. The chakra isn't working. And so, basically, after a few minutes of it doing this, he's basically ordering his troops to retreat. As when they do, they just see Naruto just walking. the blade on his back, he just makes it come down, and he just unsheaths it. And he just walks into it, visor on him and everything, and which they don't even understand. Like, why is this kid doing this? Like, who is he? As then all of a sudden he says, like, Nine Tails. He goes, kid, we've been talking and training for years with each other. I think you have a right to know my name since me and you have been through so much. He's like, alright, what's your name then? He goes, Kurama. He goes, alright, Kurama. Want to give me some of your chakra so I can move a little bit more quicker and slash through this thing a little more easier? He's like, of course. I would like nothing more to see that fourth Hokage look of fear and terror on his face. As then your chakra, basically light, like basically electricity or light, I'm gonna say lightning, starts to come around Naruto, and it's all red now instead of blue, which the people who can sense it along with Minato can tell that's the Nine Tails chakra, which they think how did he, is this, no, it can't be. That's what they're thinking. Minato says no. How is that brat controlling it? How? And then all of a sudden, like, the Metal Gear, basically, hold on, everyone. Alright, everyone, I have my dinner. I'm going to eat it real soon. So this video is going to be, cut short. But anyways, as the Metal Gear, has, locked onto Naruto, as it just starts firing off missiles, as Naruto just basically runs forward, cutting through the missiles that are coming at him. He does not care. He even, cuts, the bullets from it, which everyone's in shock by this. As basically, he gets, to the legs, and he just starts hacking and slashing at them. Pretty easily, actually. They just see him going back and forth. It's like, how? Which the Rikage, he has, a little, a drone able to see what he's doing as a view of it. Which the Rikage is just, amazed by Naruto's speed. As then, as you know, what happens is that, basically, the Metal Gear Ray is, keeps on jumping back and forth, trying to, destroy Naruto, even using the lasers. Naruto's able to dodge it so easily. Heck, he's able to, parry the, not parry, but block the attack of the whole entire Metal Gear Ray stomping on him, which surprises most people. Even Kushina gets there, and Sasuke's parents, and Sasuke, Choji's, Shikamaru's parents, and him and them, are there too. They're witnessing Naruto's strength. And so what happens is that Naruto is taking down the Metal Gear Ray very easily. Well, the armor of it. He destroys the guns, then he destroys, the armor too, which surprises everyone. And so then, it finally goes into the blade mode. The Metal Gear Ray has a blade, I remember. As in, it just, tries to hit Naruto with it. As basically, he blocks it once, holding it. And then, basically, it goes, upwards, and then it goes down. Hold on. Okay, I did not know that I was going to get a call. Sorry. But anyways, it wasn't no one important. Just, something about a car. I don't even have a car. But yeah. So, basically, it tries to hit him again with it. Right when that happens, when... Metal Gear tries to get another swing at Naruto. Kushina arrives and she sees him blocking it, but instead of he also holding the sword in his hand, and then he just starts grabbing onto the Metal Gear's Ray arm. Well, no, more like fin sword, basically, and he just starts lifting it up, which everyone's in shock by it, and he just throws it. He just jumps up and, basically Naruto says, yes, Naruto, destroy it! Finish it off, basically. As he just starts hacking and slashing at it, basically arm. As then he just jumps and goes, yes, end it! As then Naruto slashes downwards, cutting off the arm into pieces. In which everyone's shocked by this. The Rikage, even B is there, shocked by it too. Dante's just smiling and says, that should be the end. As the Metal Gear Ray, grabs Naruto, then throws him into the nearest building, which, it's a clock tower. And so he was like, I thought it was finished. As Naruto just says, "It's never that easy, huh?" As Naruto just starts running down the building, dodging the missiles, the lasers, and like any other bullets it has left. As then he jumps like off of the building after like 10 minutes of running down it. He jumps off the building, gets his sword planted into it, and then just starts running down Melgir Ray, pouring chakra into it. Keeps on like having like the electricity from the sword, goes into the Melgir Ray, even like extends it, like the blade, even the chakra is vibrating too, and just cuts right through it, all the way. And then he just does the whole entire. There's like some like oil on it, so basically he wipes it off his arm and then puts it back into the sheath. Which then Naruto just standing there, has a little smile on his face. Then Minato and other ninjas, other Anbus that are loyal to him, are there and says, "Naruto Uzumaki, you are basically hereby under arrest for, well, just for attack on the village," which Minato is gonna blame him for. Which Naruto just kind of snickers at this and goes like, "You really think you can stop me? Well then, try to figure out who's the real one." As in Naruto does the multi-shot clone jutsu. And there's like 20 Narutos, as in they'll like dash out of there. Which Minato says, "Find him! Go!" As they won't, but they basically try to keep up with the Naruto clones. They can't. And right when like they'll like do capture them and they all poop in the smoke, Naruto's out of the village, out of the city/village, and with the rikage, and basically he sees his mom, he sees Sasuke, Sasuke's parents and his brother. He sees, Fu and her parents, Shikamaru, Choji and their parents, and Danzo and the whole entire root ninjas. And he goes, "Huh, so, are we leaving this village now, Danzo?" He was like, "Of course. That's why we had everything planned this way. After your training, there's still some more we have to do, but this attack gave us the best opportunity to leave. And plus, they already destroyed the compound that Ray did. So they may believe we all died, the root ninjas and everything. So I'd be surprised if we actually lived. Anyways, Kushina, are you alright after that genjutsu for many years?" As she, starting to have like memories of how Minato was treating Naruto and her other two children, and how she did nothing to stop them, and she just starts crying and such, and she says, "I can't believe I let them do that. I let everyone treat him like that, out loud." As Fu and her parents don't understand the full story, Naruto walks over to her and just hugs her and just says, "It's alright, Mom. It's all over. This village can be done for, and I don't care. Let them all suffer." As he basically does ask, like, Sasuke, and Choji and Shikamaru was like, "Why did you want to come with me, with us?" He goes, it's basically then, Sasuke's father, I think it's called Shikaku? No. Sasuke's father and mother just says, "We got tired of this village. Minato was, nice to us at first, but then after like a couple of years, like 3 years before all of this, he just started acting strange toward us, acting like we were a threat. Even after the whole entire Nine-Tailed Fox incident, that was like about 13 years ago, 4 years, he's been treating us like garbage," which Sasuke admits to it. And Shikamaru and Choji's parents just say, we just don't like this village anymore. They changed. We saw how you've been treated, and we didn't do nothing about it because of, well, Minato kind of may have threatened us." Which Kushina is even shocked by this, and Minato though in the village, he's cursing out Naruto, and who basically he wondering how he even got this way. So yeah. Minato's the jerk in this one. But anyways, okay, I gotta eat, so Just know, he looks at the rikage. Naruto looks at the rikage and just says, "Can we go now? I want to get out of here." And the rikage says, "Well, our mission is complete. We got Nine Tails Jinchuriki, Naruto Uzumaki, Fu, and it added some other members to it." It was like the Hidden Cloud or Lightning Village is gonna be, in good hands now. Let's go, everyone. As they all said, right, as they all basically disappear into the distance, basically. So yeah, all right, everyone. Sorry I have to wrap this up, and it's like kind of jumbled around. I did not know how to make Naruto without making it this way. So yeah. Also, someone said this would be a cool idea, and I hope you guys don't enjoy this video. Sorry if it may be weird. Yeah. I tried to think of the story. I didn't have much time to do it. I just say, alright, I'm gonna just do it this way, and then that's it. So I'm gonna, upload this before I leave for work. So I don't get it's 5:17 right now, so I don't get enough time to eat my dinner and then maybe get dressed and upload this before. So yeah. Anyways, bye everyone. Have a nice day, night, wherever you are. Bye.